Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little different. I'm going to be making something. I'm going to be making eggnog, but we're going to be using Tini's recipe for eggnog. I can insert the link down below if you guys want the recipe, but we're also going to be doing 18 things that I learned while being 18. I've seen this video running around, a lot of it on TikTok maybe. I think I've seen a couple on YouTube. So the things that you'll need for this eggnog is milk, cinnamon and nutmeg, heavy cream, sugar, and 6 eggs. But for the eggs, you're only going to use the egg yolk, and you're going to put the egg whites aside, and you're not going to use them, so you can just put them away and use them for something else. Don't mind my voice in today's video because I'm starting to get sick. I don't know what's going on. I think it is flu season or whatever, but I just got out the shower and my hair is drying in this wrap or whatever you want to call it. So I'm doing this while my hair is drying. So what we're going to start off by doing is separating the egg yolk from the egg whites, and I'm going to use my hand as the filter for the eggs to separate. And we're going to start off by doing our first thing that we learned while being 18. While I'm doing this, I'm going to tell you guys the first thing that I learned while being 18. The first thing that I learned is to keep your friendship circle, very small, because people are going to doubt you no matter where you're at in life. People are going to not like you because you're doing well. People are going to make fun of you for being not, well. I don't know how to explain it, but people are going to judge you no matter where you're at in life. So just, keep your circle small. People are weird. People are fake. People are two-faced. It's a weird world. Maybe it's just our generation. But the second thing I learned is that people are not family by blood. You can have your own family. You can marry somebody and have your own family. You can be best friends with somebody. My best friend, that's literally like my sister. But you do not have to be family by blood. You can create your own family. You can have your own support system around you, and that is your family. Whoever really loves you and cares about you is your family. But I'm done separating the yolks, and I have the egg whites. I'm gonna put these in my fridge and cook them for breakfast or something. I'm gonna go wash my hands and I'll be right back. And I did wash my hands the first time around. I don't know if I mentioned it or not. Before I separated the eggs and stuff, I did wash my hands. So I put you guys around and put you guys this way. It's gonna be so weird, but I don't know how else to show you guys the bowl and me at the same time. But I put 6 egg yolks in here. I don't know if I mentioned before. And so now I'm gonna put in 3/4 of sugar with the eggs, and I'm gonna whisk it for a couple of minutes. So I have my 6 egg yolks and my sugar in the bowl, and I'm going to whisk it for a couple of minutes until it becomes really light and fluffy. The consistency of pudding, like vanilla pudding. And I'm going to tell you guys the third thing I learned while being 18. Don't ever say you don't believe in love, because everybody is going through different things. Some people may have met the one that they love, and some people may have not. Everybody's going through something different. Eventually, you will find somebody that does really love you and really cares about you. It's probably going to take a little bit, and you might find it right away, but you just have to be patient. But like I said, keeping your circle really small really helps, because you're not like a pick-me girl. You're not like me. I stay at home. I go to work. I come home. I don't go out partying. I don't go anywhere. Just let that one person come to you, and it'll work out. Guys, I literally mixed this until I can't mix anymore, but this is about the consistency that you want. You want to keep mixing until it's really fluffy and you feel like all the sugar is really mixed in. So now in a saucepan, you're going to do 2 cups of milk and 1 cup of heavy cream. This is not dirty. This is just I don't know, it's a little beat up, so don't judge. And we're going to do number 4 of the things that I learned while being 18. I'm going to say know about your partner before actually dating them and going out with them or doing anything with them, because I feel like it's really important to know the background of where somebody comes from, or not even knowing their family yet, but that's a big step of knowing your family. But you should always know about them before anything. You should know their favorite color, the place they want to go in the future. You should really, really know about them and really get to know who they are as a person before actually finalizing a relationship. This recipe also calls for a tablespoon, I think it's a tablespoon or a teaspoon, either or of vanilla, but I don't have vanilla, so I'm not going to use vanilla. And then it calls for cinnamon and nutmeg, so I'm going to put that in here. Number 5 of the things that I've learned while being 18 is probably don't hold a grudge against anybody. It is honestly not really that worth it. What the heck, why is this not going on? It is honestly not worth it to hold a grudge against somebody. This is really not coming out because we only live once. Number 6 is really important. I'm gonna sound like a real mom here, but save your money, please, because if 2024 was expensive, who knows what 2025 is gonna bring us. And everything costs money nowadays. You're gonna have to cost. It's gonna cost money to breathe, cost money to eat, cost money to literally survive. So save your money, because when you first get an apartment, you're gonna need everything. When you first get a house, you're gonna need everything: utensils, microwave, toasters, whatever it is, you're gonna need it. So you're gonna have to save your money. I'm gonna whisk this in a little bit, but I'm gonna tell you guys, number 7 is really keep your head in school, because you never know if your head's gonna change and you plan to do anything else in the future. If you don't want to do anything now, you might change your mind. So keep your head in school so that if you do change your mind, you can further your education in whatever you want to do. I gave this a really good whisk, and it literally smells so good. I wish you guys could literally smell this through the phone. It smells amazing. Bring this over to the stove, and I'm gonna put this on the stove, and the moment it gets to a boil, I'm gonna take it off. But we're gonna do number 8 of the things that I learned while being 18 while this is boiling. But make sure when you are boiling it, you keep an eye on it, because milk does boil over quickly. Number 8 would probably be know your decor and know how you want to set your house up or bedroom up and stuff before you move in or plan anything official, because things are expensive and you're gonna need to buy that. So know what you're doing, know the price of things before even moving into your apartment, so that you have everything ready, you're not stuck. And you know, if you can take your time, but obviously sometimes it's different, sometimes you have to rush into the apartment. But I'm gonna go keep an eye on this milk, and I'll be back when it's done. So you guys, my milk is still coming to a boil, but I'm gonna do I think this is number 9. I'm gonna say don't allow people's judgment. I'm gonna keep looking over because I'm gonna make sure it's not boiling over. But I'm gonna say don't allow people's judgment to affect the way you do things, because everybody does things differently. Everybody has their own opinion on things. Everybody's gonna say this is wrong. Everybody's gonna say this is right, or whatever. But don't allow people to change you, if that makes sense. Just be you. So you guys, it is done. I'm going to use this cup to slowly pour it into the egg, because if you pour the egg into the milk, it will cook the egg, if that makes sense. We're gonna do it Tini's way, and we're gonna pour the milk into the eggs until we're about a little bit more than halfway through, and we're gonna slowly mix it in and whisk at the same time. And then when there's a little bit left in here, we're going to put that mixture into the pot. But I'll show you guys. I don't know if you guys can really see at this angle, but you're not gonna really see me. But we're just gonna do little by little. This is what it should look like. Good. But I'm gonna do number 10. What should we do for number 10? I think journaling is very important. I have a Burn After Writing book. I loved that book. I'm going to say loved because I no longer do use the book. I used it for a month and a half maybe and put it down, and I don't know, I just never picked it back up. But I do journal a lot in my notes, in notebooks, in the journal app in the iPhone. Journaling is like a form of therapy in a way. I don't know how to explain it, but your eggnog is done now, and I'm going to put it into a container where we can drink out of it or whatever, and come back for part 2 on 18 things I learned while being 18. The other 8 will be in part 2 because there's nothing else to cook. I don't know, I'm not just gonna sit here and talk.